This workshop here is about best data-driven tools you can use to build your growth strategies in the world where the growth is basically controlled by algorithms, and increasingly algorithms are redistributing growth, especially with the arrival of LLMs, large language models like ChatGPT, Perplexity, Gemini. This data-driven world has data-driven means to build those growth strategies. And today is one of the first one in 4 workshop series to help you achieve that. To start with, thinking about what is the key in shaping your digital growth strategy, especially today, as we are in this world of increasingly algorithm-controlled environments. So whether it's LinkedIn or TikTok, GPT or Google search, Wikipedia or Reddit, it's all controlled by algorithms. So they are the ones who decide which business, which user gets leads, exposure, clicks, engagement. What we can do to prepare for that future and thrive is build data-driven strategies to work with algorithms built on top of data. And hopefully that makes sense. I'm hopefully just saying something that everyone understands already in this room. The 4 things that the AI algorithms need specifically, if we zoom in a bit more, is more content coverage, because they're getting more powerful in pushing out content to segments. Imagine a product for elderly versus teenagers versus moms versus postpartum moms. They're really good now at identifying segments, and they push out highly relevant content to those segments. So it doesn't matter if it's ads, creatives, landing page creatives, or social media creatives, any kind of creative, they simply need more. It's not enough to have one ad, one homepage, one LinkedIn post. So yeah, so that's unfortunately the reality across the whole suite as algorithms are getting more powerful. The other item it needs is your domain's high reputation score. Algorithms calculate your reputation digitally. So you might be reputable in people's minds, but now you have to be reputable in algorithm eyes as well. Another thing that they need, especially AI algorithms like ChatGPT, Perplexity, they need extremely good SEO and AEO for fast loading, fast processing, cheap processing, all of the above, so they can get the data fast, process it fast, and present to customers fast. And unfortunately, that does mean much higher requirements for your SEO and AEO. And the last thing it needs is your good online presence, digital footprints, get cross-referenced. So your Google business profile with Wikipedia profile, with Reddit profile, with social medias, with your own website content, all of that digital footprint needs to be squeaky clean, fully filled out, updated, consistent. We're not going to focus on all of these things today. We're only going to focus on more content coverage using data-driven approach and what that looks like. And I promise you, you will be quite happy after today's session, because you'll see how easy it is and fun even. So whether you're a high-level operator or an executor or a leader, or strategist, you'll find use in these tools. Moving to a more interactive part, it would be great to hear from everyone in this workshop. What are the 1 to 3 topics or keywords you would like your business to be highly discoverable for? So if we could either say out loud 1 to 3 topics or message in the chat, that would be great to hear. Whoever wants to go first.
Happy to go if you want. Consumer research, AI research, or public policy research.
Perfect. Then John has put in positioning, messaging, and copywriting. Anyone else?
Yeah, for us, it'd be events, financial services, marketing.
We're a consultancy on sustainable procurement, so it'd be sustainability, procurement, and scope 3, which is the type of emissions.
Great. So if you could please add it in the chat, or that we'll go through that. One thing to note on your keywords generating ideas is you have solution keywords, what you want to sell. Try also think as in mirror to that, what would be the super pain keywords from your customers? Your potential customers who would be buying your solution might be acutely aware of their pain or problem, but less aware of the solution you offer. So think also about pain keywords or topics, and it's going to be extremely handy in this next part that we're going to do together, which is using a tool that is completely free by Ahrefs, extremely reputable provider, second to Google only, very large. In the free keyword generator, I will share the link, is choose your algorithm, so Google's algorithms, Bing's algorithms, YouTube algorithms, or Amazon algorithms, and enter those topics you've just mentioned, like copywriting solution or positioning service. Try to enter solution keywords or pain point keywords. Choose your country in which you want to get that data from, and then click find keywords, and you will get real-time insights of what's actually trending. So for example, a topic might get 1 million searches, but be difficult to cover as it's so popular. You might find topics that are extremely popular, like 100,000 searches per month, but no one seems to be adequately covering. So what you want to do with your target topics is discover what are the actual words your customers look for, what are the volumes they look for, and is it easy or hard to get easily rank and noticed for those keywords, or is it extremely occupied by other businesses? And then identify maybe top 5, 10 keywords you could go for or topics. If you go to this website called Ahrefs Keyword Generator, let me just quickly copy the link in the chat. So if we can do that now for a few minutes and then share if it changed your keyword ideas or your topics. So if you go to ahrefs.com keyword generator and enter the topics you suggest and click find keywords, try to refine your topics based on the data it suggests. Sometimes you might find that a particular topic you wanted to rank for isn't so popular. You have to massage the topics and find version that is popular and easy to rank for. For example, I entered luxury suites. I see the most popular alternative, which is the Champagne Lodge and luxury suites. That is the most popular search term and trending topic across Google's algorithms. So it refines your own strategy, whether your assumptions were correct or not, and if there's any other alternatives to go for. Hopefully you had a chance to run some keyword ideas now or topic ideas. If anyone has already landed on a better topic, could you share in the chat or just out loud if you made interesting findings? Nobody?
When it says NA, what does that mean, Jolanta?
NA means it simply does not exist as a popular topic or search, means that unfortunately nobody is looking for that thing the way you describe it.
And then volume of 100 and then nothing for updated.
Yeah. So can you mention the keyword that you're targeting?
So I put in keyword consumer research and that came up as super hard. The fourth one down is consumer research panel, which says NA, and then market and consumer research NA, consumer research tools NA. Quite surprising.
Yeah, so consumer research panel does not exist as a keyword. When you add consumer research, you will see consumer research is searched between 1,000 times to 10,000 times a month in US, but it's not easy to rank for because it's extremely occupied. You do have consumer research panel, which is easy to rank for and which is searched for 100 to 1,000 times a month. So creative consumer research methods, you have a good amount of topics that once you add it up, you will get 5 or 10,000 or 20,000 searches, but they are more granular and segmented, which means you might have to be more granular and segmented with your LinkedIn posts, landing pages, social media posts, etc.
Okay, that's really interesting.
Is what we're aiming for here to tweak the search criteria until we find what the easy ones are?
Tweak the wording, and usually the short phrase, I call this massaging, topic massaging. So until you uncover high volume, good target for you, relevant target, and fairly easy to start getting customer referrals, leads, ranks, engagement clicks, because not a lot of other businesses are saturated on that keyword or search topics or in general topic trends. If that makes sense.
Thanks.
Anyone else want to take their example? We can move on to other tools. I hope you will see that using a simple tool like data-driven trends will help you refine the language you use, but also if you enter solution keywords versus pain keywords, super pain keywords, you will start to see how to target and strategize your content. Super pain searches are much, much higher, 9 times higher usually, because customers are more aware of their problems, not solutions. It's just another tip. With this tool, you can discover just how much the volumes are, and hopefully that informs your strategies better. Another extremely powerful free tool that you can use today and forever is looking at what's working for your competitors. There is a tool called Website Traffic Checker. We want to focus on a few that are very powerful, which helps you understand what content is performing very well for your competitors. For example, if you have a few domain addresses of your competitors, or you can enter in the field and check their traffic, and it provides what's their overall organic performance combining search traffic, but also traffic from LLMs. So that's included. So what they might be getting from ChatGPT, Perplexity, Gemini, AI Mode, DeepSeek, all of it is represented in this snapshot. And you get an idea which countries they're getting performance in and which keywords, which topics they are ranking well for. But also in the top pages section, you get which content is driving an absolute killer amount of revenue for them potentially, and engagement, exposure, and so on. For example, in this case, we're looking at Revolut currency calculators for USD and GBP. You get 60,000 visits from AI and LLMs and search. So 63,000 just for that visitors every month, just for that one content landing page. And you can see that the device they used here is targeting an extremely popular topic with an engaging lead magnet, which is the calculator converter. So you can start to get really juicy insights into their strategies, what's working, what's performing. You can build your own strategies on top of what they're doing and what's working. The aim is to improve whatever they have. You want to be a bit better in some ways, better user experience, better loading, more engaging, more beautiful, whatever it may be. So for this one, if you go to Traffic Checker and enter any brand domain that you'd like to investigate, I've entered one of our clients, suitesandvillas.com, and they've recently seen explosive growth from Chat, Perplexity, Gemini, also Google Search and Bing. And the content that's working the best for them is content that covers luxury submarine hotels, as well as where does Taylor Swift stay for private islands. Their business is to sell private island rentals. So they're covering content that's popular, trending. Taylor Swift is quite an interesting persona. So what you can do is the same, enter your own domain or your competitor's domain and see what is driving biggest performance for them. I know what you mean. There is a difference. When you look at Google Search Console, they report your impression results. Impressions mean you ranked maybe in top first page or maybe page number 10. So they count that as impression. This tool shows how many actual visitors organically from AI or Google, Bing, ChatGPT, your content actually received. So organically, you received 2 visitors last month. And the content, I don't know how much content you have, but at the moment, it doesn't look like any content was responsible for getting a live visit to your website. They don't report impressions. So in your Google Search Console, you'll see much higher numbers.
It's not the Google Search Console, it's
Squarespace. I know that these tools report slightly lower volumes in general. Even in your Squarespace, let's see what it says. Visits, 2.k visits. I don't know about Squarespace specifically. To me, it looks that they might be reporting brand keyword visits. Here, this tool shows organic people who don't know your brand or never heard the brand. They just entered some sort of trendy topics and your brand drove a visit. So there is a bit of a mismatch. You will always see more accurate results with your own private tools.
True. Thank you.
Anyone else want to give an example of their website?
Yeah, I did a comparison of mine in the research. They got 41,000. We got 700.
Is it Tuluna? How was the tool?
Tuluna is at www.tuluna.com. They're a pretty well-known consumer-based research platform.
Tuluna, okay. So let's have a look. 40,000.
Yeah.
300,000. Maybe I entered the wrong one.
Interesting that Brazil is their top.
Toluna.
Toluna, yeah. So it's a Toluna, yeah, that's the one.
Okay,
I
300,000
put in,
visitors.
yeah, I think I see what I got. It looks like the same result.
Okay, so yeah, they are mainly Brazil and Indian predominant, and the pages that rank the most are their own FAQs and register pages, but that could be paid traffic. So yeah,
okay, that's interesting.
It looks like they might be using some paid traffic. Is there any other competitor? Any other examples?
There's research. Let's have a look.
Hopefully you see the use and value of combining something simple like the traffic checker and a keyword generator to inform your content strategies.
Yeah, it's fascinating. I did a search on the initial piece on those keywords. Consumer research is very hard, but the public policy, which you do as well, no one's come out for that.
Yeah, it makes sense. If we looked at how to action it after this workshop, ideally you would want to uncover maybe 10 topics you would like to be highly discoverable for. So some solution keywords, some pain point keywords or topics, and then massaging the keywords to make sure that it's going to perform well in algorithms using the data tools that we tried. You want to go ahead and launch 10 content landing pages, 10 social media posts, 10 webinar topics, newsletter topics, forum threads, or posts on Reddit or something. So gather performance data. So that will give you a flywheel for next batch of content and strategies and understand what's converting the best into leads. That would be a data-driven approach to action some of the growth initiatives. And for the second part, I want to dive into the future of growth tools and workflows that operate with AI in mind, most certainly. So some of you probably have heard that a lot of businesses are driving customer referrals from LLMs like ChatGPT, and first movers are basically scooping it for free because it's a white space environment at the moment. They report receiving record-breaking sales, growing target inquiries at a fraction of the cost. In fact, Suites and Villas yesterday shared that they are getting billionaire leads from ChatGPT because high-profile business users are using ChatGPT research tool and they frankly are overly open and transparent in those tools, not realizing that it's all tracked. It's a tool that's basically gathering the information. Some businesses have switched off ads, and the way they do it is by employing a future workflow with AI assisted publishing. So AI assistants can expedite landing page generation. You have to do it in the correct ways to preserve human generated content. In the case of Suites and Villas, they have a very small team, 4 people, and they put out 7,000 landing pages in last 3 months. They've seen customer referrals from all of the channels like ChatGPT, Perplexity, Gemini, DeepSeek even, and they've reported increasing their record-breaking inquiries, getting target leads. They haven't closed yet because billionaires take a little while to close. The way it works is you can hire bespokely trained AI assistants that train on your business data, product data, and they assist in putting out high-ranking landing pages that train LLMs rank in traditional search. So 1,000 pages with a tool like Marlum takes 4 weeks, and 1,000 pages manually would take a little bit more than a year. And you can see how this becomes a fraction of a cost in terms of reducing expenses and obviously increasing the returns as well. So the multiple is quite high with good AI adoption. That's not cheap or easy. And just to give a demo of how that looks like in their platform, they get all of the performance data from LLMs, which content gets most impressions, most clicks, most views, and then they also get bespoke queries from ChatGPT as well. Which queries was their content used for? So they get really silly queries. As a billionaire who's looking for Taylor Swift concert, you get that kind of data from those search channels. And what they can do is they can create new batch of content that's better aligned using an AI assistant to draft landing pages and publish in matter of seconds. So the AI assistant drafts the full landing page and fully puts that landing page live on their website. So it's an end-to-end automation that required SEO agency, marketing agency. Now they just have a streamlined workflow, AI-assisted workflow that only works if there's a good human behind. So it's an augmentation. It's not replacing humans by no means. It's not possible at the moment, at least. That curation process is still key, and you can change everything, improve recommendations that are your business recommendations. And once you're happy, you can approve and publish. And that content goes live on the website in 1 or 3 seconds, looking on brand. It works well with LLMs and traditional search. AI adds additional things like relevant, frequently asked questions, content to read, or relevant human reviews. So all of that gets added by AI, but it's real human content by real people. So it's not AI generated, not gibberish, which you have to absolutely be prioritizing. This is how it works. And if you want a little more in-depth analysis for how your growth in AI looks, our team can help with that. If you go to marlum.io and request your assessment, we will provide that in a day or so and uncover all of the pillars we discussed about AI visibility, your SEO scores, competitors, trending topics, all of the rest. And yeah, and we have a bit more time left for any questions. Are there any questions that anyone might have?
How are these landing pages being advertised? Are they going out to marketing emails? Are they embedded in social media? What's going on there?
These landing pages connect to your website and live on your website under a certain slug. And you can action them into a social media post with a carousel, like carousel posts that convert best, but you can request that in the platform if you want yourself. It still requires your approval. I can show in the platform you request to share, and you can share as a LinkedIn post, and then choose again which LinkedIn post carousel images you want to include. In a way, your AI assistant and you already did a lot of hard work together, and you can basically publish in 11 channels at once. Editing, curating a little bit is always recommended. It's adapted to those algorithms as well. The content is real content by people, so it remains a very high value asset that you can put out. Anything else on the data side or research, or if anyone has a specific question to their business?
I have a question. For example, I'm growing organically, focusing on the content, but my content isn't growing that fast. Focus on getting backlinks, or how do I make my just pages rank higher? What are the options?
So at the moment, there is a little tool we haven't covered today that helps you understand what your domain reputation is. Your domain reputation needs to be fairly high for AI to have confidence that you are a good source to use and reference. So you can, with us or yourselves, investigate what is your domain reputation score and check if it's a little low. The way you can fix it is requesting high reputation websites or domains to mention your brand content. And what that does is it tells algorithms that you are important, you are trustworthy, you're referenced by other peers, and algorithms count you as more important than other brands. So if a single man posts an opinion, that won't be counted as much as a big organization posting an opinion piece. But yeah, I think that's all we had to share today. Like I mentioned at the beginning of the workshop, this is the first in the series of 4 workshops that dive into what does it take to become rapidly exposed and growing fast, and the 4 things that AI needs. We covered the content, more content generation piece, but there's 3 other workshops that we have aligned next month, and you'll be invited if you want to join. But you can reach out to us at any time and I will answer any questions. So just reach out or go to our website and request an assessment, and we will provide that complimentary. Thank you so much for your time today.
Super interesting as always.
Thank you, Ben.
See you soon.
Thanks, Len. Cheers.